So nobody would ever in their right mind call Deep Purple an uncreative group. In fact, they probably are some of the most creative players and band to ever really exist. They pushed the limits in so many of their genres and collaborated with people you would never thought to collaborate with, and pushed the limits there as well. And today we are winding the clocks all the way back to one of their well-known collaborations with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. We're going to first hear their performance of Child in Time, which should be super fun. We'll see how they rearrange this beast of a track. Then we'll follow it up with their second movement. And on YouTube, this is split up in two parts, parts 1 and 2. I assume it was just all strung together, though, in reality. So, we're going to check all three of those things out together today. And if you are interested in watching the originals yourself, the links are provided down below. But I'm super excited to check this out today. I hope you are as well. But before we do dive in, a massive thank you goes to Graham the Loyal for the generous donation request and these selections today. Let's go deeper into the world of Deep Purple together. Now, let's jump in. Oh. It is also quiet.
Sweet child in time, you'll see the line that's drawn between good and bad. See the blind man shooting at the world, bullets flying, taking toll.
The little bends from Richie.
If you've been bad, Lord, I bet you have.
Yeah, Ian is popping off now.
By flying lead.
Just fill up the space.
You better close your eyes. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
it's happening so gradually, but you feel the room.
Wait for the ricochet.
Yeah. This is haunting. As far as Child in Time is. Oh. I love the vocal performance already here. Yeah, and now we get what he does. We get what Ian does. God, Ian, bro. Oh my goodness, man. Oh. Wow, there's so many things happening in sequence right now. between the drum fills, what John's playing, even the tempered riffs from Richie. Oh, now we enter the gallop again. This song never gets old to me. You hear the droning underneath? And Richie's just he's allowed to create texture over all of it. Oh, it's becoming frenetic. This is so genre pushing. Wow. Like imagine you are thinking you're attending an orchestral performance fully, and this is what you intro with. Chromatic, okay. Oh, and the harmonizing here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the complete abrupt stop. I can't believe there's no like audience roar after something like that. Leave it to Deep Purple. I mean, they love playing with dynamics. That's what allows them to like lean on repetition in certain moments.
Sweet child in time, you'll see the light.
Because they play with the dynamics despite some repetition. But then of course the jam sections are not repetitive.
See the blind man shooting at the world, bullets flying, taking toll. If you've been bad,
Ian is crushing it. I love his voice so much.
And you've not been hit by a flying lead. You better close your eyes. You gotta bow your head.
You can hear his breathing, right?
Wait for the ricochet.
Yeah. This section to me is like hypnotic, you know? Like the sirens are calling out to you as you sail the seas. The bass perfectly foundational here melodically. Just sits right below it all. And then Ian is so high up there. And then he goes higher later. It's insane. Oh, this is... Oh Lord. Where are they going to take us here? The quickening in the drums, the gallop feel, the John just descending into the cosmos. Oh, now Richie following suit. The pattern of 4, the bass now climbing underneath. Oh, what a payoff right there. A huge crash just solidifies everything that's just occurred. I mean, so far it's been mainly Deep Purple, Sans Orchestra. Yeah. No orchestra really to speak of in this one. I mean, one hell of a way to show off what you're capable of. I'm trying to see which... Okay, so in the song list here... in terms of this performance, they started with Child in Time. Actually, no, sorry. We're starting with Child in Time, but in reality, there was an intro, Hush, Ring That Neck, and then Child in Time. So maybe there was some collaboration prior to set the stage. But now we're going to jump into the second movement here. Yeah, this was a phenomenal performance of this song. Leave it to Deep Purple to do what they do in any environment, really, because it just sounds fresh every time. And again, if we think about like the context for when this is being played, 1969, music like this just doesn't exist otherwise. It just frankly doesn't. This is one of a kind. It sets the tone. People have to go back to their families and say, I just heard something that I don't think anybody else has ever heard of before. I can't describe this almost like new color, so to speak. It's funny, when I was a kid, I was trying to think of like, you know, really hard, just in my room, just think of a new color, Sohum. You make so much money. Think of a new color. Obviously, I was not able to do so, and describing Deep Purple, especially at that time, I can totally imagine it being like a new color was discovered, and now here I am trying to give you that idea. What does that taste like? what is in Flavorland? What is that? The flavor, umami or something. Like, if you know all of your other, typical flavors like sweet, savory, spicy, how do you describe umami? Anyways, let's jump into the second movement here. This is the first part. So my assumption here is this will be primarily the orchestra, but maybe we'll get those handoffs with Deep Purple. We'll see. The bassoon is such an interesting looking instrument, I swear. Wow, very ominous. It's like steps being taken through the woods by like a bear. This plucked cello. Oh, the simmer. Oh, there it goes. Whenever I listen to this kind of stuff, my brain goes to depicting like a movie scene, something visual, to juxtapose the song against. It like fits better in my memory. Oh, I like these little subtle steps. It's a very pretty flute melody. Oh. Constantly dancing between feathery light and a bit dark and ominous. There's that subtle movement up and down. If you consider neutrality your bass line, we're moving up and below and up and below. Right now we sit cleanly above. That's a John. Oh my gosh, this is so pleasant. It literally feels like I'm in a clearing. In a clearing, like castles around me. I don't know, maybe like a dragon flying through the sky. It's very well constructed, a full landscape I can picture. Wow, what a switch.
How can I hear when you speak so silently?
Yeah, and Ian has that like bright voice that just feels so polished here.
Hold out a hand, I'm so out of touch.
She's like, what?
To me as your heart would have you do. Books on my head cannot get the message through. Sword in my hand can cut through the wood.
His vibrato is otherworldly.
Heart can soften the mood.
The quality of his voice, it is literally crystal clear with so much power behind it. Professional is all I can say about his voice there. It's so pleasant. And that was one of the cleaner integrations of Deep Purple and the orchestra that I've kind of heard. Back when you could smoke indoors. Yeah, something here, it's looming, right? There's a uncertain energy about it. Okay, but now here it feels bright again. That's what I'm talking about. There's like a sort of constant movement up and down. You read the pulse, it changes from moment to moment. Those like lumbering steps, right? Oh. This is like a cutscene to the villain plotting and in small ways enacting his vengeance on the beautiful landscape around. Oh, you hear the growing, tumbling in the percussion? The timpani's just... Wow, and it just... The strings out of nowhere, filling up the entire room. I don't know why this makes me want to watch the movie Jean de Florette. Just as I listen to all of this. This feels very like ingrained in a certain era somehow. I think Jean de Florette came out in like the 80s though, so not a one-to-one here. Oh yeah. Wow, he loves his octaves. Oh, and the tone changed. He's messing with the tone. Yeah, intensity now. Yeah, give it back to deep. Oh, alright, let's quickly jump. Second part.
What shall I do when they stand smiling at me? Look at the floor and be oh so cool.
That subtle flip into the vocal cry. Did you hear that right there at 42 seconds?
Look at the floor and be
It's like a moment.
Oh, so cool.
Because it's perfectly narratively sung, but also you get those flares of rock, flares of what Ian looks like.
How shall I know when to start singing my song? What shall I do if they all go wrong? Oh, what shall I do?
His voice, man. Oh. I love these moments. Oh, and then back to the strings here. What? Oh, now it's quicker, right? The back and forth. With John kind of being the glue across these moments. The drumming. Oh man, my prediction game is not on point. Oh, here we are. Here's John. Oh, chills from that. His grasp of melody, texture, intensity, the volume even. Oh. Oh my god, this might be my favorite part of the song with just John. The question is like when these swells happen, who decides to join him later? Oh my god, I have chills. Oh my goodness. My god, it's so quiet. Oh. It's like an awakening. Oh. I love these pitches. This is like almost so different from what I'm used to listening to on the channel. I love hearing these subtle movements in strings. Wow, these pitches, I don't even know how to describe why it is so unique to me. They just are, these melodies. It's like you're going down one melodic path, and when you think you're going to continue that, it resets in a different place, but then returns again to baseline. It's constantly regressing away into the mean in ways I can't predict. Oh, it's so feathery. It is so light. This to me is like a section of reflection. This is like a decision point, like teetering on what the hero ought to do. Confront the villainy or shy away from the fear. It feels like so much of this composition is setting the stage, right? Andante. Wow. Yeah. Somehow to me, even though the composition between Deep Purple and the Philharmonic Orchestra, it is very tightly fit together, it also somehow feels very fluid, I guess. Like the sections where there is minor overlap between Deep Purple and the orchestra, it feels like both of them can be at like a 20% intensity mark and exist in that same space. But usually what happens is once one of the elements, if it's the orchestra that decides to become far more intense, like hitting that 70% mark plus, then usually Deep Purple drops out entirely. And the same is true on the inverse as well. It feels like when Deep Purple are taking center stage, the orchestra behind are not, taking over much of the room either. So it's like, if you want to go more intense, it's either Deep Purple or the orchestra. But if you want to exist together simultaneously, it's going to be a little bit lower in the intensity. I think it makes sense logically to do it that way, because how one might compose intensity from both elements at the same time, I think could definitely be more cumbersome than allowing like the simmering violins to be played alongside John or alongside John and Ian, right? You can take your various combinations, but I can only imagine like how difficult of an arranging task all of this is to begin with. And I don't know if Deep Purple ever plays anything like this outside of their, concerts with the orchestra, right? It seems like to me these like movements, the first, second, third movement, here we experience the second movement today. Was it only ever performed in the context of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra? Or do they ever play it like separately at their own Deep Purple show without orchestra? I mean, I can't imagine you could perform something like this without orchestra, but to me, this is almost like they just took a random foray into the world of rock and orchestral composition and managed to nail it, managed to really put something else novel out there without losing much of their style and without taking too much away either from the orchestra. It does feel like a better blend than before. When I had first started listening to Deep Purple and their concerts with the orchestra, it almost felt a little too disconnected for me. But now the more I listen, especially in the context of this 1969 show, things feel far more fluid, far more gelled together than I had previously experienced. So, hats off to them for creating something first and foremost as novel and creative as they did, but it also sounds phenomenally good in all of the ways that you can imagine. So it's just a pleasure to listen to this stuff so many years removed. I mean, 1969, what is that now? 31 plus 25, that's 56 years ago at this point. I don't hear other music like this. Not at all. To this day. I could, blame that on my own ignorance, but this to me feels so different from everything else and almost unmatched by anything else that is out there. It just is in a category of its own. But let me know what you thought about these performances today. Be very interested to hear your perspectives on all of that. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you want to request more Deep Purple yourself, please hit the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.